I attend classes because it's just something that Lily and I can do together. I used to take Bella, my other granddaughter, and we had so much fun that I thought I've got to bring Lily. I think the thing I love most about coming to Mini Maestros is see the kids interacting, and I just love it. I love to see my grandkids interacting with other people and just enjoying it. At the start, she was very shy, and I would sit there for the first 2 or 3 sessions. She would just sit on my knee and just watch everybody. And then suddenly, it was just overnight, she was participating, loves the instruments, loves the triangle. I think Lily's favourite thing about class is as soon as they bring out the instruments or the ribbons, her eyes light up, and you can see that it's something she really enjoys. And she knows exactly what to do with them. It's just, I just love it. She just loves it. I remember one day, it was only a couple of weeks ago, she's only been going a term and a half, and we got home from music and her dad came home and her mum, and suddenly she walks out and she says, "Up, everybody up." And I said, "Oh, why?" Up, Granny." So up we get. And she says, "Everybody walking, walking, walking." Then the hand comes up, "Stop." So we stopped. Everybody running. So everybody was running around the lounge. It was just something we'd done at music that morning, but she obviously was remembering it, and she had the whole family doing it. And I said to Rhett, the money's worth it. If she's doing this and remembering it, it's worth it. I just think sometimes when you look after your grandchildren, it can become a bit of a chore. And I think coming to Mini Maestros, you just realise how much fun and how you see the world through a child's eyes. And yes, look, I find it a bit hard getting up and down off the ground, but she helps me. She says, "I help you, Granny," so they help me up. So anybody who's thinking about doing it, they should do it, because it's something that no one can take away from you, your time with your grandchildren.
I attend Mini Maestros because I really enjoy the interaction that I have with Nathaniel, and also participating in the activities, and it's become a pretty special time for him and Papa. What I love about attending Mini Maestros is the ability to be part of the children's enthusiasm and the joyful expression they have in terms of developing their skills as they participate, and also the fact that the parents, grandparents and caregivers and so forth are also encouraged to participate with the children. I think that's really important. It gives you that bonding. I think Mini Maestros is different than other activities we do because it actually provides a content and a structure which we don't probably have in other activities that we do, and I think that's really important. And I think it also particularly enables him to develop his musical appreciation, and his self-confidence has grown enormously from when he started. He was really quite shy and sat back, and of course he was young as well, but he's really developed the confidence to be able to go out there and sit with the teacher and go through all of it, and I think that's really good. Yes. Nate's favourite thing about the class would be the musical instruments. He loves playing musical instruments and also loves playing the parachute games. I think attending Mini Maestros will have a significant impact on his future. Developing his musical appreciation and also the self-confidence is really important. I think the fact that he's developed an interest in dance already, and I think that certainly the rhythm and movement has come from Mini Maestros, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes with that in the future. It was at the end of last year when he had the 2 to 3 years old concert, and he just nailed it. He just stood up there and he was just so confident and so into it, and I was really proud of the fact that he developed to that level, and with a big crowd there as well, which it can be intimidating for some of the little ones, but he was really cool. Of course I'm a bit biased, but I think it's a terrific opportunity for grandparents if they can participate. I think increasingly we're seeing greater grandparent interaction, and I think in doing so, what an opportunity if you can take them along to a Mini Maestros and actively encourage them in developing their own skills. I think that's a really good thing to do, and a good binding exercise as well. I have my wife and 3 daughters, or adult daughters, teachers or assistant principals and so forth, and they all love Mini Maestros, so I think that's a tick from those who know about the educative process. So I think that's really cool.
I attend Mini Maestros with Charlie as I did with my older granddaughter Olivia, because I think it's a very important part of their overall development. We do lots of activities together, but I see that it fills that space for music, which I think is so important to their overall education as well. I think that children these days are exposed so much to screen, and I think there's a lot of visual stimulation. So I think auditory stimulation is so important, and I see music as being very much a part of education, because music's in everything. Music's in language, music's in maths, and I just see that that rhyme and that rhythm and that appreciation of rhythm is so important to overall education. We do a lot of physical activities at home. We do a lot of painting and drawing. We do have musical instruments at home, but it's not quite the same as attending a class. When you attend a class, you have the interaction with the other children. One of his favourite things is meeting up with his friends each week. He does really enjoy the social interaction. For him, that's a very big part of it, but also interacting with those children in a different way, in a musical way, rather than just going to the playground or sharing a meal. It's another aspect that he likes to share with other children. I would always recommend it if people have the time. That it is a wonderful thing to do, and it's a very special thing to do. And even with Olivia now that she's at school this year, we still talk about the times we went together and we'd still sing the songs. So it's a really lovely thing to do with your grandchildren.
The reason we attend Mini Maestros is my daughter was returning to work and she wanted us to do something with Benji so that he could bond with us, and that she thought Mini Maestros would be an ideal thing because he's very musically inclined.
I like coming to Mini Maestros because it allows our grandson here to display his innate sense of rhythm, and he does it in a community environment. So I think it's a very, very positive experience, and we both enjoy it immensely, don't we?
When we go to collect him to go to Mini Maestros, he's standing by the door with his little yellow bag waiting to go. The impact on his future, well, he's very musical and he comes from a very musical family, and I think Mini Maestros is enhancing this experience. We have noticed at home that he's already doing this. His parents didn't know what he was doing or where it came from. And we had to explain it was Mini Maestros.
A memorable moment for us attending Mini Maestros was the end of year concert, where we participated, and Benji really enjoyed dressing up as a bee, didn't you? I was a sort of a half bee because I had yellow socks and brown shoes. And he and I performed on stage together, and it was just terrific being there as a grandfather and grandson with all the other children. It was really great.
And he loves the video of himself.
Yes.
He's often playing it back.
That's true. Yes.
When we first came to Mini Maestros, Benji was crawling, and to see how during the year how he's developed, and the other children as well. I think that's quite fascinating. Even though they don't interface with each other, I think there's a special bond with them.
And also I think the music that's played and the activities that take place encourage them to do things collectively. And so I think that's all part of learning about interacting with other people. So it's a social experience as well as a musical one. But with the dancers, we really enjoy our rhythm together, and we bop around the floor together, don't we? And sometimes he's holding hands with me, and sometimes we're doing like a waltz together. He's in my arms and we swirl around together. So it's just fantastic.
We
come to Mini Maestros because I look after Harry one day a week on a Wednesday, and it's an activity that we can do together that's light and easy and enjoyable. We've been coming to Mini Maestros for at least 2 years, I would think. We started when Harry was crawling, and he's now going to be 3 shortly, so it's at least 2 years. We like going to Mini Maestros because of the company and the regular people that are there, and he gets to make little friends and we get to make adult friends, and he looks forward to seeing his little friends and having fun. I have found going to Mini Maestros is different because we have tried other things which I found were just far too heavy, too much lifting, and as he gets older I'm just not able to do that. So I find that it's a lot easier on myself that we can do an activity together which it doesn't take too much hard work and energy, it's just enjoyable. I think his favourite thing about going to his Mini Maestros classes is the social side of it, meeting his little friends and also getting to do his little singing and his dancing, and he loves dancing. I didn't realise that until we went. And getting to play with the different instruments. He loves just packing them all away and getting them all out. I think this helps Harry in his development of singing and dancing and instruments, because it's a different environment that he can learn about these things specifically. I think the first time he actually sang his Bumblebee song was really fantastic. We had a big celebration at home when we told Mum and Dad that night, and it's just, and that was only recently, so.
Good morning, Bumblebee. Very good.
He was very shy, but I think we're beginning to overcome that. It definitely helps boost their confidence, and to sing in front of the others, it's a big thing, isn't it, for them. I think if you're considering taking your child or your grandchild to an activity, Mini Maestros is excellent. It's enjoyable for both of you. I love the regularity of every Wednesday morning we're going to Mini Maestros, and that's what we're doing, and we know what it's about, and we can both enjoy it and look forward to it.